After you come to essentially a near-death experience and almost losing a daughter you fought so hard to even get here, it opened your eyes to what is actually really important in life. We first noticed there was a problem with Harper back in May 2017. She had diarrhea, extremely horrible, all day long. So I called her pediatrician's office. We went up there. They did blood cultures. They took a stool sample. I was at home with all 3 kids by myself, and Harper started vomiting extremely bad. And that is when the diarrhea got very bloody. I called her pediatrician's office, and they advised me to go take her to an emergency room right away. By the time we got to Des Moines, she had vomited 11 times, and she had had 32 bowel movements. They did another stool culture, and it came back as E. coli with Shiga toxins. They told us that there was a 5% chance that she could develop hemolytic uremic syndrome. The next morning is when everything changed, and I knew instantly that something was completely wrong. They said this has turned into the HUS that we had told you about. Her blood levels had completely tanked, and we can no longer treat her here. They said you are being transferred to the University of Iowa.
Didn't matter that it was 4 hours away from home. We just wanted the best for our daughters, so Iowa City was the place for us.
Because of the HUS, basically your veins almost turn to glass. When you are pricked, it shatters. The surgery was scheduled the next day to put in a central line, and that surgery was successful, and then she could start to have her blood drawn from that. With HUS, your body takes everything that is good and chews it like food. Harper was given a calorie count that she had to eat and drink so much every day. And I'll have to say this about child life specialists. They went above and beyond for her. They got her crazy straws, they got her cool cups. They did everything trying to get that girl to drink something. She had 7 nights of dialysis, and then she also had, I believe it was 5 blood transfers and 7 platelet transfers. The morning that Dr. Harshman came in to tell us that we got to go home, she had Harper's blood work printed off, and she handed it to us, and she said, "This is your ticket home, you get to go."
Tried to pack as fast as we could, tried to get everything in the car as fast as we could, and then once we started driving, I didn't want to stop until we got home.
There are things long-term that we have to keep an eye on. With the HUS, it affects your organs, specifically for her kidneys. So she is at risk for high blood pressure later in life. It is important for us to have a pediatric specialist for Harper because her condition is actually so rare.
If you have any child with some sort of disease, illness that is serious, this has got to be the only place you need to go. Harper's doing great, simply amazing.
You're not just changing kids' lives, you're changing the family of those children.
To me, this children's hospital means I get to spend the rest of my life with my daughter, Harper.